Is that something obviously you came into the game thinking they were going to do, and his activity level on defense was pretty good.
Yeah. When I looked a week ago at our schedule coming up, and we weren't entirely healthy, we all kind of had a gut feel that, and it happened sooner, but we had a gut feel that the West Coast road trip especially would be a road trip that Jonah would come in and start to play. And he went to Vegas and, played in the showcase. And we told that to him, to go play basketball, and with the end game being, we really do see you coming into, especially the West Coast trip, and having a chance to play. We came into it tonight with Wilson injured, and Mike gets those 2 quick fouls. That he was going to be playing regardless of the quick fouls, and so it happened sooner. It was calculated. It was pre-planned that he was going to play, not to the volume of minutes that he did, but for all those reasons, it played out like it did.
You had him paired up with Joel. Was his responsibility to sort of be the D-back, secondary rim protector, to allow Joel to contest mid-range?
Some of that. I think you saw him at a 5, you saw him at a 4. Things changed a little bit when he's either at a 4 or a 5. I thought that initially when he came in the game, he made an impact going to bat balls out of the air. He jumps twice well. He really does jump quick, and he can hit a floor and go back up if he misses the first one. And I just think that his activity, to Rich's point, the versatility where you can play a 5 or a 4 was fantastic, and I thought he came in and did some great things.
What do you want to see from him during this trip that would keep him in the rotation?
Some of the things we just talked about, I feel like his ability to go block a shot at a rim is certainly helpful. I think that his ability when he's at a 4 to switch out on things gives him another layer to play at a 5 or a 4. He is a deer in open court. When you watch him run, he really can move. He gets up and down the court. And I just loved his energy. He's somebody that we paid attention to for a while in relation to trying to get him on a court. And tonight he did a good job, and we felt it was his time.
I know they didn't have a lot of bigs tonight, but the last couple games, Joel hasn't taken, I think, a single 3 in a couple games, but I think he only took 1.
Yeah.
Has there been kind of a shift in focus to try to get him touches, down near the rim more regularly, or is that just kind of how things have, organically played out?
I mean, in general, that's always our primary goal. Because of the pace of the game, because of the movement that we have, at times he will be on the perimeter, and personally, I'm fine with that. It's like tonight he was dominant in the first half, and then I thought like other people got involved, and he shared that sort of load in the second half. And I just think like sometimes games play out like that, and they really had nothing to stop him in the first half. Post spacing was really our primary emphasis at halftime, trying to be well spaced around him.
Coach Fargo was able to go a couple pump fakes and able to free himself open for an open look. Is that something that you've been working with him on as he develops?
I mean, he really has done that himself since we've had him. We can't claim credit. He reminds me of Marco Bellinelli was the sort of master at that loping, slow, it's coming, but everybody still bites up fake. And I thought he made a big shot at the end of the half. I thought he made a big shot at the end of the third period that allowed us to take off.
Thanks, Brett.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Coach.
They've been a kind of voting side so far this year. Just talk about getting a win against them this year. How important was it for this team to get that first win against them this year?
It was a good win, but to me it doesn't mean anything. That was missing three of the best players. So I was kind of bummed that they weren't playing because this game to me was marked on my calendar just because of how bad I played over there. So I wasn't excited about that they weren't playing, but we did a pretty good job today of sharing the ball, moving the ball. But yeah, they were missing 3 great players tonight.
third quarter, they kind of kept you guys close, but they kind of picked it up and took over in that third quarter. What changed offensively for you guys?
Just shining the ball, just moving the ball, moving side to side, and not sticking in one person's hands. And defensively, we picked it up also. We got a couple stops and we went in transition.
When you talk about this game being circled on the counter, it seemed like you came out and were really aggressive inside. You're kind of having your way with the paint. I know they didn't have a couple of their bigs, but was that kind of a point of emphasis for you to really kind of set the tone and attack the paint like that?
Oh yeah, I needed that. Just giving the paint. I felt like in the first half, I did a lot of that. Just being dominant in there, but like you said, I was missing a couple of the bigs who are pretty good. But that was a point of emphasis going into the game, just being aggressive, just because of how bad I played in Toronto.
It seems like the last couple of games you haven't taken near as many. I know the San Antonio game you took a few, but didn't take any of the last game. I think there was one before the game before that. Is that anything just kind of the way the games have gone, or has that been a specific change in your part to try to get inside more?
I don't like shooting threes. You only do it because the spacing that we have, and sometimes I have to take them. I have to get a perimeter, just getting guys open because of all the attention that sometimes the team presents to me. But I don't like shooting threes. I only do it because I gotta make it work. But the last couple of games, I just mainly the last two games, my mindset has been, I don't. If I'm on the perimeter, it doesn't mean that I have to shoot threes. Even if I'm wide open, I think I had a couple of opportunities tonight. And last game against the Knicks, I could have shot it, but I took one dribble and took a mid-range shot. So that's what I'm comfortable with, and it's working. I feel like my efficiency is getting back to where it should be. The threes were the main problems of why I hate. Part of the problem that I see with myself is I should never shoot under 50%, and I do it a lot. So it's all about getting my efficiency back, and I feel like shooting threes had a lot to do with me shooting under 50%.
Joe, it seemed like everybody in the building was getting frustrated with the referees tonight. You, Ben, and Jimmy got hit up with tees. How difficult is that to play when the referees are kind of making questionable calls?
Well, I wasn't frustrated. It's the heat of the game. They're human beings. They're gonna miss calls. They're gonna get some. They're gonna make mistakes. We all do. So I don't blame them. Just gotta play basketball and move on.
Joel, can I go back to the threes for a second? Is that new for you that you don't like shooting them? Because like your first year that you played, you shot I think 37%, and it seemed like you liked when you.
I mean, I wouldn't say I don't totally like it. I mean, it's cool and all that. But when you look at yourself and you see how dominant you can be inside, you ask yourself the question, why even 10 to 3? It doesn't matter. I can score in so many ways, and it's also about just feeling comfortable. Right now, I'm not feeling comfortable being in that situation. I'm sure I'm gonna take some. I'm sure some games I'm gonna take 10, some games I'm gonna take 15. So we're gonna see.
You mentioned how this game was one you had circled on your calendar. Is it safe to say that Tuesday's game in Boston is another one that's kind of the same emphasis? And are you happy that it seems like Horford is going to be back for that game?
Oh, that's great. I was bummed that when I heard that Baines was out. I love playing against those guys. They're physical. I like it. I like the physicality. I like the toughness. It's fun. It makes basketball fun. I was bummed to hear that he was out because I like going against those guys. And Ali is another one who always has his way against us. He's such a great guy, like veteran, knows how to play the game. So I'm excited to go out there and I'm Christmas Day too. That's special, so it's gonna be exciting, and we're gonna have a blast.
Thanks, Joe.
Trying to get out of here.
Let's talk about Ben. You guys picked up the game in the third quarter, kind of just kind of pulled away that point. What changed, or what kind of sunk in for you guys? I don't know what changed for you guys in the third quarter.
We knew we had to pick it up. Silly technicals. I think just getting too frustrated with certain things going on. I think we just got back to the way we play, offensively and defensively.
Joan is a guy you've played with, for 6 years. What did you see from him tonight?
He was huge defensively, blocking a lot of shots, and then offensively getting to the rim. You're finding guys, if he didn't have a shot. But I love the way he came in and affected the game.
Ben, you shot 11 for 13 tonight. Just the efficiency has been there over the past couple of weeks. What are you seeing out there, and what are you doing differently to really improve your field goal percentage overall?
Just playing. I think just trying not to think too much on the floor, just playing my game. Just letting it come to me.
Joel said he had this game circled on his calendar. He was disappointed.
Yeah, I was disappointed also in Ibaka and also Boston out, but it is what it is.
What does it change for you guys when he comes out as aggressive? He's in the paint, kind of attacking the basket the way he has.
I mean, when he plays that way all the time, I think he's unstoppable. I think he draws a lot of attention, and once he really learns how to find guys out of the double, it's going to be tough to stop us.
Do you have the game Tuesday circled the same way that sounded like?
Yeah, I love going to Boston to play, especially on Christmas Day. I think it's going to be an amazing experience. But I love matching up against Boston.
Ben, obviously with their personnel situation being what it was, they played a lot of small lineups, and Summer Siakam was the biggest guy out there. How do you guys think he did defensively with some of those smaller lineups, especially on the perimeter?
How do I think Siakam did?
No, how did you guys do defensively when they were playing smaller?
I think we're okay. I think sometimes we're better when we're playing smaller guys because we have a lot of guys who can read and switch. Whether it's pick and roll or handoff, I think it makes it a lot easier. But in terms of when Monroe came back out, I think we were equally as aggressive defensively.
Just one turnover for you tonight. I know that the last few games Toronto in that matter. How much was it a focus and how much was it a
I'd say every game has been a focus for me where I don't want to turn the ball over. As a guy who has the ball a lot of the time, I don't want to be the guy who has the most turnovers. It's not easy, but I think every night I try and pay attention a little bit more offensively. What sets we're running. I think the one turnover I did, I was throwing to Landry. I was hoping to run into the ball, but that's just a learning experience for us.
Because I'm not going to see you guys until after January when you come back here. So it's kind of a long road trip with this team. How much of a big trip is this for your team to find the identity of the squad going into the second half of the season?
We want to find it before playoffs. That's the main goal. I think this trip will be good for us, going to the West Coast and matching up against good West Coast teams.
It's rare for you to have 2 games with technicals in each of them. What do you think cause for it is?
I don't know if it was sitting down or, I didn't say anything, so it's probably sitting down. My legs are tired.
Yeah.